Hi friends and new friends, I'm Tao of Satoshi, and this is my Movember co-star Mo, and you're watching Cash Alternative TV. Dash certainly has a lot of fans, and it's not without good reason. The Dash Nation spans the globe, and the Dash project captures hearts and minds everywhere it is introduced. Due to the incredible features, investment opportunities, and a top-notch community, Dash is very well placed to outpace its competitors and become exactly what the name implies: digital cash for the entire world to use. And when I say entire world, I mean the entire world. Rich, poor, black, white, Muslim, Christian, educated and uneducated, banked and unbanked. The Dash project literally has something that appeals to every human being that walks this earth. Today, Cash Alternative TV is going to take a look at the top 10 things to like about Dash, both from a user and investor perspective. Let's start. First, let's examine 5 features that appeal to potential users. Instant confirming transactions, also known as Instant Send. This feature appeals to anyone who doesn't feel like waiting for a significant amount of time to transfer value from one person to another. It just isn't feasible to use most digital currencies in retail environments due to the long time it takes a transaction to fully confirm. With Dash, just like cash, you can pay and get on with your day. Optional privacy. This is one of Dash's claims to being the most well-rounded digital currency in the space. Many people prefer to be private, and just like cash, Dash accommodates them by mixing their transactions, rendering them untraceable. But what about use cases where transparency is preferred? Dash has these people's backs as well. Simply turn off private send. The history in question will be clearly recorded on the blockchain. Smooth user experience. Nothing is more frustrating than trying to use something that doesn't work properly or is wildly inconsistent. Due to its incentivized second-tier masternode network, Dash wallets and transactions are among the smoothest in the industry, leading to many positive comparisons from people new to Dash Nation. Props to the Dash developers for making that possible. Ultra low fees. If you want mass adoption of digital currency as a currency, low fees are a must. Dash understands this. There are a great many people worldwide who earn nominal wages and can't afford to pay hefty fees to transfer value on a day-to-day basis. Dash is serious about being able to reach these people and lay claim to being a digital cash that truly encompasses everyone. Its commitment is to make transactions affordable, and it will guarantee that the Dash Nation will span from Rodeo Drive to the streets of Harare, Zimbabwe, now and always. A welcoming community. This one's my favorite. As we have learned by now, digital currency is more than a technological and economic experiment. It's very much a social one as well, and the projects that succeed will be the ones who are the most welcoming and helpful to newcomers. Dash shines here as well, with the Dash Nation gaining accolades for being one of the most professional and respectful in the industry. If you are human, you're welcome in Dash. If you don't believe me, try talking with us. You'll see. So, as you can see, Dash offers plenty from a user perspective. What about the investors of the world who would like to park their money in a solid project with astronomical potential? Let's look at 5 things to like about Dash from an investment standpoint. Masternode passive income. Dash's masternodes may very well be among the best investments in the world. They perform valuable services for Dash Network, and in return they get paid a reward every 8 to 9 days. Over the course of a year, masternode owners can earn a substantial return on the original investment denominated in Dash, which in turn is becoming more and more valuable against fiat currency every year. If you have the financial wherewithal to get your hands on a masternode, it may make you very happy indeed. Industry-leading growth. Were you impressed by Bitcoin's gains over the past 3 years? If you said yes, you would have been ecstatic to have held Dash over the same time period. From November 2014 to November 2017, Bitcoin gained a whopping 20 times in value. Dash, for its part, gained 190 times its value during the same time period. Bitcoin gains on fiat and Dash gains on Bitcoin. This combination of the two makes for a very powerful investment. Clear governance for results. This is one that seems to fly under the radar, but honestly, it's one of the most important aspects in digital currency. Wars over direction in other projects have led to fierce infighting, resulting in forking or total abandonment. Two major competitors to Dash have split into pieces because they didn't have a governance mechanism to gain consensus. Splitting is messy, leading to warped brand recognition and grudges held between the two sides. Where Dash's competitors have failed at staying together, Dash stays strong and unified due to the professional and respectful attitude that's prevalent in Dash Nation, and a solid governance mechanism with masternode voting. The biggest stakeholders guide the currency's spending so as to get maximum value. Very good from an investment standpoint. Self-venture capital funding. Yes, Dash's founder Evan Duffield stunned the community when he came up with the idea to fund Dash's development straight from the blockchain. By taking a percentage of each block reward, Dash will always have money available to fund projects that aid its development and spread around the world. Dash can remain fully independent, with no outside interest dictating how it wants an investment to be spent. With the masternode owners being the stewards of those funds, an investor can rest easy knowing that Dash has a consistent revenue stream and a dynamic worldwide group of investors steering the currency. It has served Dash very well so far. Oh yes, the positive feedback loop. This is the icing on the cake for investors in Dash. Due to its governance and funding mechanisms, projects that get passed every month that add to Dash's ecosystem, development, and community building. The results of these projects often leads to increased interest and demand for the currency. When this happens, the price tends to increase. The increased value of Dash leads to more quantity and quality of proposals for the following month, which leads to more interest, demand, and price appreciation, which leads to more quantity and quality of proposals again, which leads to, well, you see where I'm going with this. The sky really is the limit on what Dash will be capable of. This positive feedback loop just keeps getting bigger and bigger, like a snowball rolling down the mountain in an avalanche. Really, this should be catnip for investors. There you have it, the top 10 biggest reasons to like Dash. Dash is a global movement, unlike anything the world has ever seen before. Dash Nation understands what it needs to do to become a digital cash for the world, and has a solid plan to get there. It is the most well-rounded project in the industry right now, and that doesn't even include the future technology of evolution, which will let digital currency do things that has not yet been able to, such as a slick UI, access of the same wallet easily from multiple devices, easy to understand usernames, and Dash savings accounts. It really is very exciting, and the reason this user and investor is still all in on Dash. Well, that's all for me today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe and click the bell if you want to hear more from me and Cash Alternative TV episodes. Until next time, remember, Dash is a digital alternative to cash and becoming more so every day. Bye for now.